Welcome to the Man Crap Show, coming at you live from the Blackout Tit Company studio.
Man crap.
Yep. What's up?
What's
Suckers?
up?
Just me and Brian tonight.
Yeah.
Everybody else pussied out on us.
Yeah. They ain't cool.
Nah,
They're not cool like we're cool.
that's it. Finally get done eating?
I did, man. I
Man.
finished it, dude. Hey, I saw I had 5 minutes before this was going to start. And I was just like, all right.
That motherfucker had a pile of catfish.
Shit was good, man.
Yeah,
It was
it's
good.
good.
It was-
John's.
It was a lot more than I thought it was going to be,
Give a, shout
though.
out,
Like,
give a shout out to Uncle John's down the
Mhm,
street. That shit
mhm,
good. Bro.
mhm.
That shit good. That shit
yep,
good.
yep. Rachel took care of me.
Yeah.
She gave me a free tea,
Oh yeah.
you know.
She liked you.
Well, I also gave her a pretty good tip, too.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't do tips for you do
Takeout?
Tips for takeout.
Yeah, I mean, a small place like that, yeah. It's just a mom and pop shop, dude. Like, that's what they're working on.
I
Is
don't know,
tips.
man. They're not waiting on me though.
Yeah, I got a free tea.
If I got a free tea, I might give a tip.
Yeah.
But for takeout,
Yeah, no, like a fast food place, stuff like that. No. Those stupid little, like going to any sporting event these days, right? You go to the concessions and they're like, "Oh, you want to have a tip? It goes to nonprofit or whatever." Like, okay, sure, maybe it goes to nonprofit. I don't know.
I don't do that.
I don't tip there
Like
either.
if like
If it's a concession, if it's fast food,
if I go to like an event like at Nissan
mhm.
and the beers are like $16, you're getting like $2. Okay, I'm not giving you like 20%.
no. Are you giving $2 tip
Yeah,
to the guy delivering it to you, or
to the person that's serving it to me. It's there. It's not. Look, I'm not giving you a 20% tip on a fucking $16 beer.
I'm not giving any tip on a $16 beer.
I give them a couple of. I mean, yeah, I give a couple dollars, man.
So you're gonna
You're
give.
not giving the
so-
bartender a tip
So here's
on a $16 beer.
now. See, if it's a bartender,
That's what I'm saying.
that's different.
yeah,
But at a concession stand where it's already
Oh,
super
yeah, yeah.
overpriced, no,
yeah,
no,
not a concession stand.
no. Bartender where they're working
Bartender.
for the tips, yeah, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure. I'll give that tip.
So what's the difference between somebody giving you a beer at a concession stand and giving you a beer at a bar?
I think the difference there is the environment.
You think somebody working at a concession stand is getting paid more than a bartender?
I didn't say they're getting paid more than bartender, but I'm also gonna say they probably don't get the tips either. You see what I'm saying? Whereas
Yeah.
the bartender, most of their income is coming from the tips.
Sure.
Concession stand, most of their income is not coming from tips. It's coming from however much they're getting paid, or they volunteered to be there. If you volunteer to be there, like that's on you. Like that's volunteer work. You know what I mean? Like I'm not going to volunteer somewhere and go, all right, tip me. Like that's not what I'm like. That defeats the
Yeah.
purpose of volunteering.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no. Places I don't tip, like pizza pickup. If I order a pizza, I ain't tipping unless they're delivering.
That's
But
true.
I don't do delivery because shit, man.
Well, shit, they do a damn delivery charge now.
Yeah,
pizza.
and that's not the tip.
it's not the tip.
They do delivery charge, and then they do
So what's the delivery
Like-
charge for?
that's a way for the company to make some additional money off you because they're paying the delivery drivers too. You know, a certain
Is
amount.
that what they
but
pay the delivery drivers with?
I don't know.
Because I noticed that shit too, and I'm like,
Yeah, no, I'm just like, I will drive and pick it up myself. You know what I mean? And the other funny thing for me too is when I go to a sit down restaurant, right? So being a veteran and everything,
yeah,
at a sit down restaurant, I'm always going to ask, hey, do you guys do a military discount?
Mhm.
And what I like to do with that is if they've got a military discount, it's usually not much, like 5-10% maybe.
Yeah.
Right. What I like to do with that is I'll still give them whatever tip I was going to give, but then they get that extra
Oh,
discount.
there you go.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm going to pay the same amount no matter what, but at least this way I'm able to make that tip go further. It's a bigger tip for them. So that's what I do. I don't know how everybody else feels about that, but I've been told I'm a very generous tipper.
Do you still tip generously if you get subpar service?
No. But my difference though is I will tip typically 20% and above.
Yeah. Me
And
too.
if I get bad service, then it's like, okay, 15%.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
that's for a lot of people, they're like, oh, 15%, that's what you should be.
Still good.
Right. So
Yeah. I'm a 20% or 20 to 25%.
it's just easy math.
Yeah.
And then I do that, and then I round up the dollar too, because I don't know, man. I got a little OCD about it. I don't like all the in my bank statement having all the little individual changes. I'm just like, just make it easy, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure this is difficult on somebody else.
Yeah.
But for my bank statement and for my own accounting, I like being able to say, oh, cool, I went to that restaurant and spent $60 instead of $59.27,
Yeah.
whatever it is. You know?
Yeah. We go to like usually every Friday night we go to the same Mexican restaurant in Greenbrier.
Yeah.
They know us. They know we're going to tip good.
Yeah.
They're excited when they, you know what I mean? They're like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
They take care of us.
Yeah, that's the thing. Whenever you go into when you're a regular at a place too,
Yeah.
you know, when you know they know you're tipping well.
Yeah.
Right. You build that rapport.
Yeah.
So then they come back and they go, oh, hey, here's a dessert on the house.
Yeah. No, we don't ever get free desserts.
No,
They
I
do.
mean, but I guarantee you get some
They
free
hook us,
stuff.
They do hook us on the drinks. The
Yeah.
drinks are always good because
Yeah.
the servers at the bar at the restaurant make their own drinks.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So
They always make them
they
good.
always make them
Add a
good.
little extra splash.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
That's it.
That's the way it
Yeah,
works,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
That's the way it works. That's what you build those relationships
Yeah.
for.
Yeah.
But yeah, I typically look at it as if you're going to provide a service, but at a mom and pop place like that where I do it to go, I'll still tip because
I
like,
know.
yeah, the service there, you're not getting the service.
But all they're
right,
doing is
but-
handing it to you, man. That's it. I know.
So
Yeah,
is the bartender at the bar.
Right. They're making you the drink though.
No,
They're
not if it's
opening
a
it
beer.
for you. They're opening it for you.
Yeah.
It's a beer. They're opening it for you.
But at the mom and pop place, man, where the waitress has to bring her kid into the restaurant.
They do bring their kids up there.
Exactly. It's like, come on, man. Like, you know, I don't make a ton of money, but for good food at a good place, I'm gonna show my appreciation.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
You know what I mean?
Yes, you're right.
Mom and pop place, yes. Go to Taco Bell, no. Like, come on. You're working at Taco Bell, man. Like, you know, it's
What's wrong with working at Taco Bell?
nothing's wrong with working at Taco Bell. It just you got to know that's not a place that traditionally you get tips from
That's true.
because it's a fast food joint.
That's
So
true.
if you're looking to make tips, you got to go work in a regular restaurant. But
That's true.
I also know that there's this huge push about trying to get rid of the whole tipping mechanism, right? Because businesses pay the wait staff lower, expecting the tips.
Yeah.
So I see it from both sides. Like, I see why people are like, stop tipping and everything. And people are like, no, you should be tipping and
Yeah.
all that good stuff. But I don't know, man.
Did you see where the bill didn't pass? The big beautiful bill didn't pass the first go around for the no tax on tips, no tax on Social Security, no tax on overtime. Like it didn't pass the first round because 5 Republicans said no.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. So, no, we'll see.
So, wait, because my brother just said something about that because he was like, "Yeah, they're not. It passed. They're not taxing overtime anymore." He was like, "He
It's
goes."
not passed yet.
The funny thing was he was like, "In Tennessee," I was like, "What are you talking about? Tennessee doesn't have an income tax to begin with.
Yeah.
The taxes you're paying on overtime is federal. Like that's a federal tax." So I was like, "Brother," I was like, "You need to do some fact checking on this because if your friend's telling you that there's no tax on overtime in Tennessee anymore,
He's wrong.
he's already messed up.
Yeah, that's got to be a federal thing.
Yeah, it's gonna be a federal thing
Mm-hmm.
for Tennessee. Now, other states like California and all those other ones that charge their own state income tax, man, fuck those states.
Right. Yeah, that's why there's so many Californians moving here.
Well, I think between that and everything burning to the ground,
Yeah, that's true too.
they're
They're all moving to Texas and Tennessee. There's
Yeah.
no income tax in Texas either, right?
there's no income tax in Texas, and they're all moving to places like Nashville and Austin.
Yeah, hip
Mhm.
cities.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. So, shit, man. I had that conversation with somebody from New York.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of New Yorkers moving here too.
Yeah, they're like, you guys have high in like sales tax.
we do.
I'm like, yeah, but you have a choice of paying that in
That's
whether
it.
you want to buy something or not. Like a state income tax, the only choice you have is working or not working.
Right.
Like,
That's right. If you
and
work
then
or not work.
on top of that, you
Yeah.
guys still have sales tax. Like,
Right.
come on.
That's it. That's it.
So, but apparently in New York, clothing and food are not sales taxed.
In New York, they're not.
Yeah, clothing and food are not. I don't know if
Yeah,
that's
but
still
you-
the same,
But everything else is taxed.
but everything else is still taxed. Yeah, you
Yeah.
still got sales tax on everything else,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
clothing and food apparently are not. But then
They
they
tax
also
you to
have,
death on income.
yeah, they also have that high ass income tax.
Yeah.
So different philosophies, man.
Mhm.
Different philosophies.
Oh, that guy's coming to get his truck.
Uh-oh.
He's not coming in here though.
I mean, he brought a truck to get his truck.
Well, I don't know what he's.
Gonna swap out trucks.
I don't know. He had a Camaro up here. We tinted his Camaro.
Oh, is that what that Camaro was?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
That's badass. There.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an older one.
Big stroker motor in it. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's badass. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Seen the new Camaros?
The newest Camaros?
Yeah. So
2026, 2025?
yeah, I think 25s. But
They changed the body style?
no, not so much the body style, the facade of it, like the way it looks, but the body style is still shaped the same. But it's the same thing with the all the muscle cars, man. Like Ford, the Mustangs gotten a lot more sleek. I remember when they, what was it, 05? They went back to the original 67 inspired.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like,
remember that.
I was like, oh man, that they look good. And now they're getting back to the more futuristic, sleek style. The Challengers, I think, have been remaining very true.
Well, you
to
know, they
origins.
did the electric Challenger.
Did they?
They did that like last year or the end of the year before, and like
Hmm.
so it was a complete failure.
Yeah, I
Like
didn't
they
even
can't
hear
sell
about
them,
it.
and now they're going back to the V8s now.
Well, yeah, and that was the thing about Dodge, man. Whenever what was it?
Yeah, Dodge had a huge Mopar, Stellantis, whatever it is. They had a huge fail.
Yeah, but was it 2011, 2012? Somewhere in that time frame. I'm pretty sure it was Obama's era. But they passed a bill that saying about like 2030 that every motor manufacturing company had to have an average miles per gallon of all their vehicles sold or something. The average miles per gallon had to be like at least 30 miles to the gallon or something like that,
Oh, that ain't gonna
across the whole line.
What?
So like every vehicle
Oh,
they make,
Average.
yeah, average. So
Wow.
you can still have you're still gonna Ford, Ram, Chevy. They're also gonna be making their heavy trucks that are gonna get 5 miles to the gallon,
And they're one muscle car.
and then they're muscle cars. And then how do you balance that out? Well, you start making electric vehicles, and your miles per gallon goes skyrocketing.
Right,
so you
right,
offset
right,
5 miles to
right.
the gallon with 100 equivalent miles to the gallon.
Yeah.
And that's where that big push for electric came out. So
I just like the roar of the motor, man. I just
Dude.
love a motor.
yeah, like
Oh,
don't get me wrong, I got a hybrid and it's nice. I pay $20. I got 500 miles, dude.
yeah. No, I get.
Like,
I
that's nice.
understand the whole.
It's
I
nice.
understand the whole
But-
attraction to the. I get it, dude. I just, I don't know,
Dude,
man. I
but-
just hadn't converted yet.
Hey, I'm still right there with you though, because
Yeah.
man, you get a V8 that's been tuned nicely with a nice exhaust on it, and,
yeah,
and it's just sitting there shaking. It's just-
yeah.
oh,
Yeah, that sound.
yeah, or get you a big old V10 diesel just sitting there, and the whole truck is just rumbling, dude.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
that deep. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
for sure. For sure.
I got both ways, man, and that's why it's so hard for me to give up my truck. Because I mean, not only that, but dude, I got the Ford F-150 3.6 EcoBoost.
Yeah.
Man, no, 3.5 EcoBoost.
Yeah.
They dude, that twin turbo, when you get on the highway and you spool those things up, it just sounds sick.
Yeah.
Like
Good
I haven't done
whistling.
anything. It's stock. It still just sounds great.
Yeah.
So
Just hear those turbos whistling.
yeah.
Mhm.
So that's why it's hard. I mean, I don't need two vehicles, but you get married and you get two vehicles for the family and everything, and then you get divorced and both vehicles are in your name. You know, that's how you end up with two vehicles.
Right.
You want to buy a truck?
Nope.
Come on, man. 29,000.
Pass.
Come on.
Pass.
Make it a company truck.
No.
Blackout
I
10.
got a company truck right there.
No. You need an F-150, not a Jeep.
No, that's
You need a work truck. That's
No.
your show truck.
that's a work. We use that as a work truck.
Uh,
Whenever we go on a commercial job, we just pack it up.
okay.
So I want to talk about a little bit about religion,
Okay.
because we've talked about that, just me and you.
Yeah, we've touched
And
on
it's
it.
hard to talk with Kevin here. It's hard to get deep because he's just, it's just Kevin, man.
Yeah, man. He gone.
He can't get deep.
I think he'd argue with you.
He would. He would. So I'm not a religious guy.
Mhm.
I'm more of a spiritual guy.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I
I
don't
get that.
I don't go to church. Oh, you broke it.
I didn't break shit. No.
You got to slide it.
I know.
Pop it in there and slide it back.
I know
Okay.
how it works, man. I was giving myself a little extra slack here.
Okay. But what kills me the most about religion is how many people it's killed.
Oh yeah.
How many people have died over religion.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you can still see it, what's going on in Gaza.
Mm-hmm.
And that was what was started.
Centuries ago, bro.
Oh, yeah. But the war that was started between Pakistan and India here
Mhm.
recently,
Yeah,
it was about
that's been going on.
religion.
Yeah, that's been going on forever too.
Just about religion, about what God you serve.
Mm-hmm. And which one's right?
Which one's right and which one's wrong.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah. And the thing that gets me about it is no one can verifiably say which one's right. Like,
Can't.
what proof do you have?
There's no proof.
And people will say, well, the proof is the miracles that have happened. Why did I live in this accident versus everybody else?
Yeah.
It's because I prayed. And
Well, they say it's
Yeah.
right here. It's written right here.
yeah, it's like, okay, well, it's also written right here, this, and this,
It's also,
and none
it
of
was
those.
also written way before the Bible was written. Also written way before the Quran was written.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
then on top of that, all those works have been translated and everything else
That's
throughout the years.
That's it.
Like,
That's it.
I'm not knocking religion, but
Yeah.
you know,
No, me neither. If it
I
makes you
just-
feel better about,
yeah. And I could be wrong.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to question anyone's faith or anything.
Yeah.
I'm not saying anyone's wrong.
me neither.
I've got my beliefs.
Yeah.
And for me, it's frustrating to see hypocrisy,
Yeah.
because no matter what religion you look at, it's riddled with hypocrisy,
It is.
and
It is.
on top of that, it's all open up to interpretation too. So what flavor of Christianity do you want? You want to go hardcore Catholic?
Yeah.
Do you want to go la-di-da non-denominational?
Yeah.
Everybody's following the same book of Christ, but
Man,
yet
I ain't never
interpret
met-
it so
I ain't
differently.
never met a Catholic that didn't like to party. You know what I mean? I love to party. Drink, party,
Yep. Sinners.
Yeah.
All of them.
And then they just go and testify. Professional.
Yeah.
Just confess their sin.
Confess the sins. Get
And then they're good again. Washed away.
Yeah. And, I've had conversations like this before. And I think a lot of religion, and I'm not saying this to generalize or, this is how everybody is or anything like that, but I think human nature, we have to know, like, why is it like this? Why is that? Like, not having an answer to something, not being able to explain something drives humans crazy.
It does.
It drives us crazy.
It does.
And if you take a look at history of religion and science, right? And you talk about how we've advanced scientifically.
True.
And then you take a look at how hard it was to advance scientifically when there wasn't, like, we're in the age of information.
Yeah.
Now technological advances happen overnight.
Yeah.
And nobody really bats an eye at it.
Mm-hmm.
But you go back several 100,000 years, hundreds of years, thousands of years, whatever.
Yeah.
And just take a look at the whole, is the earth flat or not? Right?
Yeah.
Is the earth the center of is the earth the center of the universe or not?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Take a look at that and how those early scientists, philosophers, and all those people making these discoveries, how much further along would we be if it wasn't for religion shoving those beliefs down?
That's true.
Holding them back.
You're right. You're right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so then you get people that are like, well, everything's, and I'm one of these, everything happens for a reason. We may not know the reason.
Yeah.
The reason may come out later in life, right? Who has this grand design? Religion says God, right?
Yeah.
I believe that there is something out there, something pulling the
too.
strings.
I do too.
Whether it's the Christian God or it's the Muslim God or it's Buddha, it's whichever one it is.
Yeah.
I think there is something.
Yeah. There's a higher power.
There's a higher power.
Yeah.
But
it's definitely something smarter than us.
Oh,
we're not the smartest.
Well, and that's the other piece, right? Is God made Earth, God made humans. That's the story. Very generalized, a lot more nuance to it. But
did he? I don't think.
How can you take a look at the science and take a look at our universe, right? And we're starting to discover planets that, hey, potentially they could have life. What's this?
I don't know.
Probably going to get some beer.
Probably
from next door.
Okay.
We'll see. But you take a look at all these other planets and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
And you go, wait a second. How can we
he's coming in here.
Uh-oh. Hold up. Press pause.
Keep talking.
Yeah. I got you.
All right.
So Jeff's gonna step out, get in a fight with some guy, I guess. I don't know. I think he's mad about his tent. Yeah, that's probably what's going on. But yeah, no. Talks on religion and stuff like that, man. Let us hear your thoughts. Chime in. Let's get some comments going. Who we got watching? Hold up. Let's see. I'm new to this. How do you get your chat window up?
Oh, you got somebody.
We got one person live, but I told him to chime in.
Okay.
I can't talk by myself, man.
Okay.
I can't do it.
Sorry, we had a customer come in.
It happens. You know, you got to run a business.
One person.
You know, if you didn't go out, he would have been knocking on the door like, "I'll see you."
Eddie said Dave's not here.
Yeah.
Dave's not here, Eddie?
Not here. I told my brother to log on, chime in too. Yeah.
What's up, Eddie?
But yeah, man, like, you know, how can you look at the world, the universe, and the sheer mind-blowing idea of the universe? Because I mean, right, we look at our solar system,
Yeah.
and that's expansive. Like, wow, our solar system's
What up?
huge. What's up? Solar system's huge, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then you start expanding out from that, right? Find out, oh, we're part of a galaxy, Milky Way,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Find out we're this tiny little speck in this Milky Way.
Yeah.
Then you find out, oh shit, there's billions of galaxies out there.
We're just like tiny.
Yeah.
We're like nothing.
Yeah. And so then you start looking at like how just in the grand scheme of this design of just what we can see, how tiny we are.
Yeah.
So
There's more to it than what we,
oh yeah, for
No.
sure.
but
100%. And
you know, it just
we're continuing to explore. We're continuing to
religion.
out
Religion
things
is not the answer, in my opinion.
I think that
If used in if it's used in the right way, but it's not being used in the right way.
no. I think that it does help a lot of people. You know, it helps a lot.
It does.
It helps
It does.
you. It helps you
people.
cope.
It helps people.
It helps you cope. It helps you answer some of those questions of why.
Yeah.
You know, which I think is necessary. But I also think that human nature is to manipulate and use and
Well, I mean,
take advantage of.
I mean, I think as a whole, religion is a bad thing.
you think it's a bad thing?
I think it is, as a whole. I mean, look at how many people it's killed, man.
Yeah, but people are going to kill people no matter what. That's human nature too, man.
Religion's killed more people than cancer.
Yeah.
Religion's killed more people than
Hitler.
Hitler, than war.
Than Mother Russia.
Yeah, it has.
It's killed more people than communism in general.
It has.
You know, but that's because it's been around the longest too.
It has.
You know, all these forms of government and all these wars and all that stuff, they're all moments in time. But you look at how much, how many of these wars, how many of these deaths were caused by religion, right?
A lot.
A lot.
A lot.
A lot.
And it's still happening today.
And I think the only religion that hasn't killed people, I think, is probably like Buddhism.
Yeah, the Buddhists don't kill people. I don't think Christians kill people.
What are you talking about, dude?
Christians used to kill people.
They still kill people.
They do.
I mean, if you're looking at it, right? What is this war on terrorism?
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right.
Right? Like
Yeah.
you could look at it different ways,
Okay, so like,
but
Israel,
they're
yeah.
jihadists, right?
yeah,
Religious terrorists, right?
yeah.
And they're attacking us, but
I'm just thinking about like American Christians. I'm not thinking about Christians all over the world. Yeah.
yeah. And then on top of that, yeah, Christians all over the world, Christianity is still out there. Now, today it is not as bad as it was
Yeah.
back in the day.
Yeah.
There's no more crusades.
That's right.
There's none of that stuff.
Yeah.
But if you look at it, because we're Christian, you got these extremists trying to kill us. I guarantee if
Spit it out. Spit it out.
if the majority of the United States was Muslim versus Christian,
Mhm.
right? Do you think there would still be this war of these jihadists and all this terrorism?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
See, I kind of agree with you.
Yeah.
I think that the war would still be happening, just kind of in reverse.
Oh, you think the Christians would be?
Like, I don't know. I think you would have Christian
Be a war.
extremists,
Okay.
but then I think you would also have American Muslim extremists too.
Yeah.
I think no matter what, you're always going to have extremists.
Yeah.
Always. I think it's a social dynamic of human nature, man. You're always going to have extremists. They're
Yeah.
always going to take it too far. You're always going to have manipulators that are manipulating people through religion, through whatever advantage they can get. You're always going to have people taking advantage of governments. You're always going to have people like it's two sides to the coin. You know, you want to be good, generous human being, right? And we take things like Christianity, Muslims, Buddhism, all that stuff, and you have people that are using the good side of it, using the good teachings in the way that, you know, most people think of, hey, if you're religious, this is the way, all that. But on the flip side, you have just as many people that are using it on the bad side.
Yeah.
You know, like when I was in the Navy, one of my favorite officers, great person, great dude, right? And he was Muslim. You know, great leader, great sense of humor, everything. Awesome dude to be around.
Yeah.
Awesome guy to work for.
Yeah.
Inspirational, all that. Right? But he was Muslim, I'm Christian. It doesn't matter what religion you believe.
You're right.
It's about how you interpret it and how you live your life.
That's it.
And no matter what religion you are, you can do that as a human being.
But you still consider yourself a Christian.
Yeah, I do. I would consider myself a Christian. I would say I'm probably non-denominational, you know, and I won't say that I'm against going to church, but I'm against organized religion. 100%.
Me too.
100%.
Yeah.
And I honestly think that if churches and stuff like that were taxed just like any other business, right? Don't get all the tax breaks that they get, you would have a lot less of them.
You think?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. And people will say, well, that's, you know, that's a crime. Like we have religious freedom and all this and that. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. But you realize that a good chunk of these are tax havens and they use religion to,
Oh, that's 100%.
you know, make their money.
Yeah.
And then they can make it tax free.
Yeah. And they're putting the money's in their pocket.
Right. And then everybody gets mad about how, you know, people like Trump are able to not pay as much taxes, how big corporations are able to not pay as many taxes because they find all these loopholes.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
I mean, he even said it. He said, I know the system's corrupt
Yeah,
because I use it.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, you know, all the good people out there taking the good out of religion and spreading that's the way it should be. But unfortunately, reality is as many people as there are doing that, there's just as many people that are hypocrites.
Yep.
Just as many people that are out there trying to take advantage of other people.
I think there's even more.
You think there's even more?
I think there's even more taking advantage of it.
Yeah. I would
and not doing it the right way.
Yeah, I would be willing to say it's probably 50-50. But I don't know, man. I mean, you don't really hear much about it these days. But you remember, you know, the running joke, the stereotype, right? Is that priests are pedophiles.
Yeah.
Right?
Either you're a priest or you're a pedophile.
No. Priests are pedophiles.
Oh, yeah. Priests are pedophiles. I don't think they all are.
No, they're obviously not all.
No, they're not all.
But the fact that you get that stereotype,
Yeah.
you know, that behavior happened enough
Yeah.
for that stereotype to become a stereotype.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then not only that, but you take organizations like the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
And
they got a black eye, dude.
Yeah. And seeing how they mishandled that.
Yeah, they did.
You look at how many stories there were of a priest getting accused and then the church going, oh, well, we'll take care of it. And then they just move them to another city and they
Yeah.
keep preaching.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
You
No,
know?
they got a black eye on that one.
Yeah.
And I don't think they've ever recovered from it.
But hey, they elected a American Pope,
They did.
the very first one.
I mean, I don't know if that was all orchestrated.
I mean, everything's orchestrated.
It is.
dude.
It is. It is.
Everything
It
is.
is. It is.
The reasoning behind why, though, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe because they wanted to, because we talked about this the last time, right? How there's no more room for future popes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
maybe
we
they're
talked
like,
about that.
they're like, they know this is the end. Let's blame it on America.
Let's blame it on America.
I mean,
Yeah.
could that be the case? I don't know.
Could be. Could be.
I don't know, man.
All right. Enough about religion. We've been heathens enough. Fucking heathens.
Going straight to hell.
Hell, boy.
Hey, clue you in. We're already in hell.
Oh, you think?
Yeah.
Think this is
Have
hell?
you heard that theory?
No, tell me about it.
Yeah, man. What you're experiencing now, this is hell.
Ah, okay.
Every day, it's hell.
Because we do the same thing every fucking day.
It's not necessarily that we're doing the same thing every day, but if you just look at the world, right? Yeah, there's some good stuff that happens, right? And that's great. But there's also a lot of bad stuff that's happening too.
There is. There is.
And yeah, there's just that theory that Earth is the hell. And so what you're working towards is ascending from Earth
Yeah.
when you pass on and getting out of hell.
Oh. Okay.
Like we're already there. Like it's a theory some people have, just like some people have theories about, well, you know, we get reincarnated, or well, everything's a simulation. Like everything's a theory.
I believe you have a choice when you die.
You think you get a choice when you die?
I think you get a choice to be either reincarnated or you go spend eternity with people that have already passed on.
Yeah.
That you know you love.
Well, here's the question for you then. What if all the people that you love that have passed on chose to reincarnate? Would you get that choice knowing ahead of time? What are you trying to do, man?
There's an ant.
Use your finger, bro.
Oh man, I want to kill him with this.
Oh, you're gonna be knocking all damn day.
God. Go ahead.
Right.
Sorry.
So when you get to your decision point, right?
Okay.
And you go, hey, do you want to go back to Earth, reincarnate as somebody else, don't know anybody, you start over? Or do you want to spend eternity with all of your loved ones? But do you know before making that choice that all your loved ones, that you're spending the eternity with them? Or if they've all chosen to reincarnate as somebody
I
else?
think you would know.
You think
I
you
think
would know?
I think they would tell you.
You think they would tell you?
Yeah. They're not going to keep that from you.
They might.
It's like my son that passed away. I don't think that I would get up there and they would say, we're not going to tell you if he just chose.
Yeah, but who's up there going, we're not, who's the one telling
I
you?
mean, I don't know.
You know?
I think maybe just a voice
It's just a
that
voice.
says, you have a choice to make.
Yeah.
What's your choice going to be? And I'm going to say, what did my son do?
They're going to say, we can't tell you. We can only talk to you about your life.
No, they're going to say, he chose life.
So what if he chose to reincarnate?
Then I would probably choose to reincarnate.
Knowing that you probably might never at that point see him.
Well, I would eventually see him whenever he decides to.
Yeah, but at that point, right, if you reincarnate, you have no memory of your past life. Like some people say that there is, but let's say that
But
you
I
don't.
think that when you finally decide to spend the time, finally decide to spend eternity with the people you love, you will see it again.
Right. But that,
With the soul,
this
with
is-
his soul and my soul.
well, right. But that's the thought process though, right?
Yeah.
So if you say, okay, cool, I'll reincarnate, but then when you pass on and eventually go, I'm gonna spend into life with all the loved ones, every time you reincarnate, is each life's loved ones all gonna be that same? So then it becomes,
Well, it's your soul. It's not your soul probably still stays the same.
well, yeah, your soul will stay the same. No, I get that part.
And you'll recognize them.
What
you
I'm
know.
saying though, right, is right, your family tree, let's so to speak.
Okay.
Let's just go with family tree, right? You have this life, right? This is your family tree. You've created it. This is your life. This is what you know. You go up and find out, oh, wait, I've already reincarnated like 10 times. So you take your family tree now, multiply it by 10.
Yeah.
Right? So at what point is it like, okay, I want to reincarnate again and just build this family tree even bigger, 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 even though each tree is a separate tree? And
I mean,
is
I
that,
think
is that
maybe
greedy?
your soul,
Is there a limit to how many times you can reincarnate?
your soul will just, when you finally decide to not reincarnate,
Mhm.
your soul will just love all the people that you loved, will just be with all the people that you've ever loved.
I get that.
It'll just be a, you'll just know that you're there with those people.
I get that. So do you believe in spirits walking among us and things like that?
I've never experienced anything like that, so it's hard for me to
You've never felt like you've never felt like a presence, like knowing that something has kept you safe. You know, not like like over here,
I
like
do think I do think that there
Like, nothing
is-
like that,
I do
but,
think that there
you
is something watching over me,
mhm.
because things come right in time, just in time, like
Just in time.
just like right when I need it. It's just like
Yeah.
it's like
I get that.
I needed that right then. And it can't. It comes like
Mhm.
like right when I fucking needed it. You know what I mean? I don't know whether it's karma or it's
Manifestation.
manifestation, or I'm just doing right. I'm just doing good things, and karma.
Good things
'Cause
happen.
I mean, I try to do right, do good things, and try to treat people with respect.
Yeah.
And do good things, and hope things come back to me, and try not to do bad things.
Yeah. Yeah.
And and it seems like good things happen to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I think it's all about how you look at life too, Like you can have stuff happen to you. It's terrible stuff. And it's all
Yeah.
about how you handle it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's one thing that if nothing else you take from media, that's one thing you can take. This one incident can happen and you can have 5 different stories from this one incident.
Yeah.
You know?
true. Yeah.
It's like I think everybody's life, when you have something happen, your perspective on life, right, dictates on how you take that incident.
That's the truth.
Yeah. These predetermined thoughts that you have, these beliefs, whatever it is that you have, dictate how you interpret something when it's first told to you.
Okay.
Now, stuff can be further explained, but that's, I think, how we get a lot of complications, how we get a lot of these things in life where it's like, I think that guy's an asshole.
Yeah.
Maybe that guy's only being an asshole because you're interpreting it as being an asshole.
That's true.
You
That's
know?
true. That's true.
Sometimes things everybody can agree. No, that guy was an asshole.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
No, I know people that are just plain assholes.
yeah.
Or maybe
it's a thing.
I just think he's an asshole because maybe we just don't jive.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But feeding into that is one of my favorite statements that I've ever heard.
Okay. Tell me.
Every person that you meet in life knows a different version of you.
I've heard that. I've
Yeah.
heard that same thing.
It's good, right? It gets you thinking.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because the way you know me,
Yeah.
completely different than my ex-wife.
Yeah. That's the truth. That's 100%.
100%.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's it.
But every person that you meet
Yeah.
in life, every single one of them
Yeah. Looks at you different.
looks at you different.
Yeah.
Some may be similar,
Yeah.
but no one's going to look at you the exact same.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
And when you start thinking about that and you start thinking, wow, how many people do you meet in life?
Yeah.
and it's a lot.
Lots.
Like every exchange,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
that person that you're checking out with at the grocery store may never see that person ever again, right?
Yeah.
But the way you interact with them,
Yeah.
that's all they're going to know of you.
Yeah.
And some people are like, well, that doesn't matter. Like, you're never going to run into them again. Okay, sure, that's fine. But you can't discount that interaction, that little tiny interaction. You know?
I mean, I try to treat everybody with the same kindness and respect.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
I try to be, pretty even keel across the board with everybody,
Yeah. Well, I think that's as you grow older.
But
Right.
I mean, I know that you see me different than my ex-wife sees me. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
at the same time, right? As you grow and you mature and you gain all these experiences,
Yeah.
that also changes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I've thought about my past exchanges with people.
Yeah.
I've gone, wow, I kind of was an asshole.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But then I look at things now, and I just have more patience for certain things.
Yeah.
You know, and then other times I'm just like, no, you're just a fucking idiot.
Right.
I've lost my patience.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to get angry about it. I'm not going to get mad, but I ain't got time for it. You know what I mean? Like, earlier today, I was in traffic and this fucking sweet looking BMW, right? One of the two doors. I don't know exactly what it was. It wasn't an R8. It was something else. But I was like, man, it's nice, but it's on 65, right? And we're getting close to the traffic jam.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
But he has a quarter mile free in his lane ahead of him,
Okay.
and he starts braking. And I'm over here like, dude, why are you braking right now? Like, there's no one ahead of you. Like, not just, oh, let me slow down. No. This guy was coming to a stop.
Yeah.
In the middle of the highway. Why? Because the lane over was backed up, and he wanted to get in that lane.
Yeah.
No signal though.
Right.
None of that stuff. And it's just stuff like that I'm like, doesn't make any damn sense, dude.
Yeah, but how did you handle it though?
I got in the next lane over and I was just like, this guy's a fucking idiot. And I
Yeah.
drove on.
I
You
mean, there's
know?
some people that'll roll the window down, shoot a bird, call him a
Right.
fucking idiot.
Mm-mm.
I mean, is it all worth all that? No.
Mm-mm. No.
I mean, because that shit's going to come back on you.
well, not only that, but I mean,
it's just, I think
it's just-
that
it's
shit
just
will
not
come
worth
back on you. It's karma, man. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
well, and that's another thing. That whole thing with Johnny Depp and his ex or whatever.
I didn't keep up with that, but I know what
No,
you're
no.
talking about.
But someone asked him, hey, do you hate her? He goes, no. Because to hate someone requires you to care about them.
Yeah.
And I don't care about her.
Yeah.
So no, I don't hate her. And I was like, oh,
Yeah, that's deep.
that's deep.
Yeah.
I was like, shit. It's true though.
Yeah.
Like for you to put in the effort to hate somebody means that you have to care about them. And I think if you take that philosophy,
yeah,
right, and look at it and go, do I actually care about this? Oh man, that is such a de-stressor.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you that right now. That is such a de-stressor.
Mm-hmm.
In the moment, I may care, right? In the moment, I'm like, this fucking guy. But then, as soon as I pass him, I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
so it's not worth further engagement. It's not worth doing all this extra effort on your end. Because ultimately, you don't even know that guy. Like, so that's the stuff that frustrates me about other people.
I mean, he could have been going to an emergency.
Yeah. I mean, if he was going to emergency again,
I mean, you don't know what he's going through.
you don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know. You,
Could
you,
be
you
going
never
through some
know.
shit,
Right. And that's the other point of it too, right? Is you don't know.
Yeah.
But I think we can all agree when we come across an idiot, they're just an idiot.
That's it.
That's
it. That's it.
But
Man, we've gotten deep tonight.
I feel like it.
Yeah.
I feel like it.
Yeah.
We touched
I like to
on-
get deep sometimes on here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get a little fun.
Okay.
All right. What is
That
on
was
your
fun.
What is on your bucket list Mount Rushmore? Top 4 bucket lists
Ooh.
items.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think only because I think this is going to be possible in my lifetime.
Okay. Listen.
At the very least, a spacewalk.
You want to go to space?
Hell yeah, dude.
Okay.
Go to space. Because
Now,
Like,
if you
I'm
went
not
to
saying-
space
I'm
and
not-
did a spacewalk, would you consider yourself an astronaut?
ooh.
Like what's her name?
Yeah, that I
What's her name?
I don't think so, man. That's
said, I'm
like
an astronaut.
yeah, I don't think you can call yourself an astronaut if you're not doing like if you're just going up there as a passenger. Like if this is a leisure trip, you're not doing any of the actual shit to get you there.
Right,
You're not doing any of the calculation. You're not
Yeah,
flying the
right.
aircraft.
You're not an astronaut.
You're not an astronaut.
Right.
Like you're not an astronaut.
Yeah.
You're a space traveler.
Yeah. You're a traveler.
You're a traveler. I don't think I would consider myself that. Now if they're like, hey, the only way you're getting up there is if you learn how to actually do it yourself, well then hell yeah, I'm gonna be an astronaut.
Okay. Okay.
But getting on a plane, that's like calling yourself a pilot for flying, in coach.
right.
You ain't a pilot.
You're not a pilot.
You're not flying yourself there.
Okay. So go into space.
Yeah, go on a
Just
space.
as a traveler.
Just as a traveler.
Okay. Just to see
Getting up there, getting the
just to
experience,
see the Earth.
see the earth and really, and this comes from when I was in the Navy, dude. Being in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, no ships around. Right?
Okay. Okay.
Just my ship.
Yeah.
Right. Clear night sky.
Okay.
Just you on the ship in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
All you see is ocean.
Yeah. Okay.
You look up, all you see is 100 billion stars.
You
in
don't
the
see
night
that
sky.
shit everywhere.
No, man. Too much light.
Yeah. Yeah.
Too much light. And that makes you feel so tiny.
Yeah.
And it really
get
puts
it.
a lot
I
of
get
things in perspective.
Yeah.
So I imagine if I go up to space, one, I think the sensation would be cool to be weightless and
Right, right.
all that gimmicky stuff. Like that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
But two,
Play baseball with yourself. You seen that shit? Dude pitched a baseball. An astronaut pitched a baseball, and he went down there, and he had a little bat, and he hit it, and then he ran back and caught it.
what?
Yeah, because the ball was traveling so slow, he was able to move faster than the ball.
So what you're saying is he's a terrible pitcher and a terrible batter. Got it.
No, because he couldn't. The ball couldn't move faster than he could move.
Yeah, it could have.
Well,
if he hit it.
Right, but he was throwing it soft and hitting it
That's
soft.
my
But
point.
he played baseball with himself.
I don't think
Just
that
saying.
counts. Don't think that counts.
He did play baseball with
Hey
himself.
man, what do they call it when you hit it off the tee?
T-ball.
Oh, that's not baseball?
It's T-ball.
Okay. That's what he did. He did space T-ball.
Because he pitched the ball.
No, he did not.
He pitched it.
He went like this. He went.
He did go. He did
And he
do
put
that.
it at a pace
He did. That
that he could move
that he
himself
did.
faster.
He did.
That's no different than a damn tee.
And then he hit it really soft.
He teed it up to himself.
Well, no, it was still in the air, so he just hit it really
No,
soft.
man, no.
He hit it like a baseball. He hit it.
Yeah. So
He
do,
was playing baseball.
so do little kids hitting it off a tee, bro.
Oh man,
That's-
it was a pitch that
Hey,
he pitched.
That was a
and he hit
space.
it.
That was space T-ball, bro.
Don't gaslight me.
I'm just saying, dude. Like you're saying, he's playing baseball with himself, but
They did play baseball with himself.
it's not baseball.
It was
It
because
wasn't.
he hit a pitch.
Oh my god.
He hit a pitch that he pitched himself.
So, right in space, there's very very minute gravity,
Right.
right? To where it is not going to drop,
Yeah, right.
right?
Okay.
So,
He hit a pitch.
if you think
That's
about
baseball.
if you think about it, he threw that ball at such a slow pace
Right.
that was going to go straight.
Doesn't
knew exactly
matter
where
how
it was gonna
fast
go.
the pitch is.
It does matter.
No, it does not.
Would that pitch have counted?
Okay,
Hey,
so-
hey, well, I got you.
okay.
I got you. I got you.
Okay.
In high school, college, or MLB, or
Okay.
any level of baseball, the way he threw that pitch, would it have counted in baseball?
Sure.
You think so?
If you could throw a pitch
He
that
had-
slow,
He had his foot on the mound,
okay.
right?
Yeah.
Did the windup
Yeah.
and properly released.
Yeah.
It would have counted as an actual pitch.
Sure. If it went over the plate.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Why wouldn't it?
because
Because why?
you have to pitch a certain way. It's in the rules.
If he did the windup correctly and threw the ball, and no matter how fast it was going, if it went across the fucking plate, it would be a
Okay.
pitch.
All right. So let me do it this way then.
Okay.
Let me do it this way.
Okay.
Guy on Earth here.
Okay.
throws the ball
Okay.
straight up,
Straight up in there. Okay.
right? Straight up or at a very
Okay.
arch,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, it's happened.
And then he runs over, grabs the bat, hits
It
it.
can't.
Is he playing baseball with himself?
If he can get to the plate fast enough and hit it,
That's playing
play
baseball.
baseball with yourself.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Dude, you got to Google it. He's playing baseball with him fucking self. Telling
You
you.
call it whatever
He
you
did it.
want. Yeah, you can call it whatever you want, but it sounds to me like he's trying to call himself an astronaut.
He was an astronaut.
Well, I'm sure he was.
He was.
I'm relating it to this other woman who
But
said,
he wasn't a baseball player. He was an astronaut playing baseball with himself.
right? I'd say he might have been
Same.
playing t-ball, space t-ball.
Oh God.
What?
I'm not going to entertain that.
Was
We're
that?
not talking about that tonight, Steve. He's like calling yourself president when you went win the election. What, like Joe Biden? Okay. Okay. What's your second thing on your bucket list?
Shoot, man. I think my second thing would probably be sailing around the world.
Sailing.
Yeah.
With you being the actual sailor guy.
Yeah. I think that would be a lot of fun. Like, you know, you've heard of these people that get a sailboat and they do it themselves.
Okay.
I think that would be a lot of fun.
Okay. Okay.
I think it would be very hard.
Yeah.
People don't realize how just isolating the ocean is and how dangerous it is because, you know, you see these 20-foot waves. And you're like, oh, that's cool. They're surfing on that and stuff like that. But you get out in the middle of the ocean, man, it's like 100-foot waves. Like, it can be like,
Have you ever sailed?
huge.
Sailed like on a sail?
I haven't. So
So
that'd
you
be
gotta
something else
learn.
I'd have to learn.
So first you'd have to learn how to be an astronaut.
Well, no, I don't have to learn how to be an astronaut. I already said I'll be a space traveler. I said I did not claim I was going to be an astronaut. I said I wanted to go to space, get that sensation.
Okay.
Get that mind
But you would
opening,
have to
look-
learn how to be a sailor.
I would have to learn how to be. I'm a modern sailor,
Okay. Okay.
but I'm not a sailing sailor.
Okay. Okay. All right.
I'm a modern sailor because the Navy. So,
Okay.
but yeah, I would like to learn how to sail and be able to do that. That's kind of a bucket list thing. That'd
Okay.
be really cool. What else?
Number 3.
Number 3. I think this one is probably the most achievable, but having my own property out in the middle of nowhere,
Okay.
right? That I could do whatever I want on it,
Okay.
right?
How much property?
Well, for what I want to do, I'd say probably like 20 acres.
Okay.
Because what I would want to do is have my own little, like, not campground, but you know, you go to all these Jeep shows,
Yeah.
you like taking your Jeep out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like have a bud playground.
Yeah.
You know, like anything that I want to do personally, have it available to me on my property.
I got you.
You know,
gotcha.
not to do by myself, but just for entertainment purposes.
Right. 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 Okay.
You know,
Okay.
like it would be open to the public. It would be friends, family, whoever.
When you
wanted
say
to
open
do
to the
it.
public, not like anybody can come. You know, it's just like
No, it's like a business.
Yeah.
Like a business.
I like a business. Okay.
Yeah, it'd be like a business, but I wouldn't be doing it to make money. You know what I mean? Like I would be doing it just to pay for like the taxes, pay for like make it
gotcha. I
very
gotcha.
affordable, make
gotcha.
it fun, make it all that fun stuff. So
Okay. Okay.
I feel like that's probably the most achievable thing
Okay.
right now. Fourth thing. I don't know, man. I'll double up on space, have sex in space.
Oh, sex in space.
I think that'd be pretty
Dude,
cool.
that is the ultimate.
That'd be like talk about Mile High Club. Like, come
That
on.
is the ultimate Mile High Club. That's what I was just gonna say. That'd be like the fucking more than a Mile High Club.
That'd be really cool, though.
That would be.
It'd be really
I
cool.
mean, can you have sex with zero gravity?
Yeah, I think you can have sex in anywhere.
Really?
It's all about your mindset. And if anything,
Probably be easier, wouldn't
it
it?
would be. I think it'd be easier. Like now, you wouldn't be able to do any of the hands-free stuff, obviously, but yeah.
What did he say? He said, "Are you saying it's not okay to play with yourself?" No, we're saying it's perfectly fine to play with yourself, Eddie.
You can play with yourself, but is it a sport if you're playing by yourself?
I mean, I don't know. You got spectators?
I mean, did the astronaut have spectators?
Yeah, he was videotaping that shit.
Okay. Were people watching it live?
I don't know if they're watching it live, but you can Google that shit, man. Astronaut
know
playing
you-
baseball with himself.
I know you can Google it. I know that's what they're calling it, man. I'm just saying, T-ball.
If you're saying that he wasn't playing baseball with himself, dude, you're lying to yourself. Because he was playing baseball with himself. He literally played baseball with himself.
Nah, I don't know.
He said, watch the movie True Spirit.
True Spirit.
Is that a space movie?
Look,
Oh,
the next
girls.
one.
It's about it's
Oh,
a girl
oh, yeah.
sails around the world. So
Yeah. And you know what's funny is I keep seeing these ads. So you could pay like 20 grand and a company will do it for you.
oh, really?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Like they'll teach you how to sail, they'll set you up on a ship, and then I think they have a partner that will go with you that is an expert that has done it. But you're able to, it's like a month-long journey that you're able to sail around the world and go into all these different ports and stuff. It's supposed to be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I'm like, shh,
20 grand. That's a lot.
20 grand's a lot, but it's an experience of a lifetime.
It is.
I mean,
Yes.
hell, going into the Navy, you could sell almost all the way around the world. You're going to put up with a lot of other bullshit,
Yeah.
but that's one way to do it.
Yeah.
What about you, man?
All right.
What's your bucket list?
So I would like to take like like this European cruise,
Okay.
and go to like all the European countries,
Yeah.
around, spend time like at all the European countries,
Yeah.
like especially like Ireland and
Yeah.
places like that. Europe, just do like a Europe tour, like European vacation.
Yeah, man. Have you seen the movie Euro Trip?
I don't think so.
Oh man,
Seen
check it out.
European vacation though.
Yeah, National Lampoons.
Like
yeah,
European
man.
vacation, yeah.
Yeah, those National Lampoons movies, man. Those are some of the first exposures of of nude female breasts for me. That was great childhood.
Right,
Great childhood.
Yeah.
But no, Euro Trip. It's a cult classic movie. Not a huge following, but hilarious movie.
Yeah, I will watch it.
A little
Yeah, I have to watch
outdated,
it. I have to
little
watch it.
outdated with some of the stuff in it, but overall, it's a good movie. It's funny, man.
I see it on there. I just never have watched it.
Oh, you should watch it.
Yeah.
Lots
I
of
will.
laughs.
Yeah.
B-list actors and actresses,
Yeah, people you never heard of.
people you probably haven't heard of,
Yeah,
but man, is it funny?
yeah.
It's funny.
Probably shows a lot of Europe.
Kind of. There are a lot of stereotypes in it too,
All right.
but and then they do make fun of a lot of things. Like there's a scene in there where they get stranded, lost all their money, they got robbed, and all that stuff, and they're like, we have $1.65, but they're in East Asia or East Europe.
Yeah.
And so they're like, what are we going to do with this? And then it cuts to them being in like high rise, like penthouse suite, getting all this stuff. And he tips one of the guys with a nickel. And the guy turns to his boss and goes, you see this? A nickel. I opened my own hotel. So it's just funny stuff like that.
Oh, there's a guy. He's picked up all his vehicles. That was weird.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't you just get her to bring him to pick up?
Man,
another
she
vehicle?
probably wasn't done with work yet
Well, why did he drive that vehicle up?
because he wanted to pick that vehicle up first.
I don't know. That's
I don't know,
weird.
man. Hey, man,
Anyways,
why do people do
here-
what they
my
do?
Number two. My number
Yeah,
two.
you're number 2. Go for it.
I would like to. And this is definitely doable. This is something that I'm probably going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Is RV to the West Coast and back.
Okay.
Yeah.
How often you stopping when you're RVing?
Oh yeah, like probably every state.
Every state.
Yeah, every state there, every state back.
Mm-hmm.
Let go. Like,
Would you do like a big circle so
like
that
do
you
a
hit
big
all
circle,
the different
like
all the
go,
different
like,
states?
Go like the northern United States.
How long would you
out there?
spend at those?
Like
a day?
Yeah,
Like
probably spend like a whole
day
2
or
months
two?
or so.
No, I mean like at each stop, like a day or two at each stop.
Yeah, a day or two at each stop.
That'd be cool, man.
Yeah, find like a campground.
Yeah.
in each state.
Yeah.
You
I
know.
think it'd be pretty cool to hit up all of the national parks.
Yeah, I would definitely do that.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that'd be fun. Both of yours are pretty easily achievable there, Jeff.
Oh,
You just
100%.
gotta go out and do
Well,
it.
see, I'm not talking about being a fucking astronaut and sailing around the
I
fucking
didn't-
world.
I didn't say I wanted to be
You
an
know what I
astronaut,
mean?
man. I said space traveler, baby. Space. Don't put words in my mouth now. I ain't trying to get canceled over here. Oh, he thinks he's gonna be an astronaut.
Yeah. No, you did. You did say you wanted to be an astronaut.
No, I didn't.
Let's see. Number 3 on my bucket list would. Oh man. Probably be to Jeep at Moab,
That'd be cool.
Utah.
Yeah.
Which is definitely doable. 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
100%. I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it.
I am.
Good. Let me go with you.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I got 2 Jeeps.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah.
We'll get a nice one that's rigged out.
Yeah.
That's not street legal. Tow it behind my truck.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. No, I'm going to do that.
There you go.
See, I've got very attainable,
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
Good. Allows you to actually be able to check off your bucket list.
That's it.
Yeah, mine might be too big.
Yeah.
I got lots of life to go, man. I mean, I hope. I don't know.
Yeah. So another attainable one. Number 4 is to go to Alaska
Mm-hmm.
and see the Northern Lights.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I think you can physically see them with your eyes there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, though, I don't think that it's all year round.
It's not.
Yeah, like you have to plan that out. I don't know exactly when.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that'd be cool. And you can do that you can see the Northern Lights in Alaska. Pretty much anywhere in the northern.
I would just
up north.
I would just like to go to Alaska.
Oh yeah, I think it'd be really cool too.
Yeah, see the Northern Lights.
Mm-hmm. Now, if you go to Alaska, you can go out into the wilderness in Alaska.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Jeff.
Like
before you do that, just put me in your will.
Some grizzly bears.
Yeah, put me in your will.
It's
right.
pretty dangerous, right?
Yeah. It's real dangerous.
It's like polar bears shit in there, right?
Nah, man. There's a bunch of different bears. There's grizzly bears and stuff like that. The polar bears, I think they're further north. Like I think there are probably some in Alaska, but you got to go like north, like that ice.
Yeah,
shit. But in the wilderness in Alaska, grizzly bears. I think they got black bears. I think they got like 3 different variety of bears up there.
Right.
But yeah, it's just hard up there, dude. Like it's unforgiving terrain. And if you go up there during winter, forget about it. You better know how to start fires with wet, wood and shit.
I don't. So
you better know how to build an ice fortress that will somewhat keep you warm.
I do not know how to build an ice fortress.
Yeah, like I don't know how to do it either. I'm not the one trying to go up there. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, I probably would stay in a hotel.
Yeah,
I probably would not go out into the wilderness unless I had a guide.
Yeah, even guides, dude. Even going guided, like so every year here in Nashville, they'll do an exotic hunters convention type thing. And the only reason I know about this is because I did Uber, and
these guys would come in. They're like, "I'm going on this hunt."
Yeah, no, they wouldn't go on this hunt, but it's a whole culture, man. And so the guy I picked up works for a company that did insurance for these trips.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and so you pay insurance, and what the insurance is if you're in trouble, something happens, you're remote, you're stranded, they'll come and get you.
Oh shit!
Like their team's made up of like special op dudes, people that have wilderness like survival experience, and they'll even come out in a helicopter. Like if it's dire, they'll come out in a helicopter, come airlift you out.
Damn,
shit like that. Like it's life-saving stuff that they do, which is really cool. And he was like, yeah, one of our speakers is this woman who we had to airlift out, and they were out hunting some exotic game, and I think he said that it was either an elk or it was some kind of horned animal had got her right in the chest, and they were able to get out there quick and save her life. And so she's a spokesperson for them.
Damn.
Yeah. But that's the kind of that stuff happens every day.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah. And these people aren't just going out by themselves. Like I'm sure some of them may, but they're on guided tours, shit like that. It's still just getting
mangled.
Yeah. Wilderness, man. That's the other things. People in society, man, forget how wild wilderness really is.
Yeah.
Like, whew. People see a fox around here and go, oh, wild. Like, no, man, it's a fox. It's cool.
Yeah.
Like, we had a house in Knoxville or in Oak Ridge, and they built this huge, like their goal was like 2,500 houses, but it was like away from all the cities and stuff. And somebody goes, "There's a bear out here." I'm like, "Yeah, the fuck you think? We're in the country."
Yeah,
man."
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, there's bear out there. Oak Ridge for sure.
yeah, it's like we're in the country. We're not in the city. Would you think you were moving into some city suburban area?
Yeah.
You know, you got coyotes running around. You got possum. You got all the
100%.
wildlife, man. And then you take that to even more extreme with mountain lions, cougars, you know, or
Shit, we
dude.
got all that shit up here.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
But dude, that
We got
made
a bear, but we got mountain lions and
I'm sure there's some bear out here.
I've never seen any bear, heard of any bear out here.
I'm sure there might be.
We're
close enough to Appalachians.
Not too far away.
Yeah.
That guy's name is Will Wheaton. William Wheaton.
William Wheaton.
William Wheaton.
Okay.
It's in his car.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's an actor named William Wheaton.
I think I'm gonna keep my car silver. The red looks good, but
Yeah.
I like the silver.
Okay, so one other thing. Now that we're on the Mount Rushmore, what's your Mount Rushmore candy bars? Candy bar Mount Rushmore.
Candy bars?
Candy bar Mount Rushmore. This is it.
Oh.
Last thing. I'm gonna shut it down.
All right.
Think about this now.
I'm thinking.
You gotta really Think about this.
I'm thinking. It's making me think like when was the last time I actually had a candy bar?
Okay, so I know you.
So I'm
Gotta
gonna
really
go.
think
I'm
about
gonna go
this.
number one.
Okay,
Butterfinger.
sure about that?
Positive.
Okay.
Butterfinger.
Okay.
All right. Number 2. This one's a little bit more recent, but the Zero Bar.
Zero
Yeah,
Ugh.
man, with the white chocolate
Nah.
nugget. Oh, baby.
nugget or nougat?
Nougat.
Nougat. Okay, go
Yeah.
ahead.
All right. Then you got to go with Snickers.
Snickers. Okay. Okay.
All right.
I can get down with that.
All right. And then I'm going with Kit Kat.
You sure about all those?
Oh, positive.
Okay.
Yeah. The only thing is I may switch Kit Kat and Snickers. Like they're pretty close.
Okay.
Interchangeable. What you got?
So my number one, and we've done this before on the podcast. My number one is Reese's Sticks.
Okay. Reese's Sticks.
Reese's Sticks.
Wait. Does the regular Reese's cup count as a candy bar?
It does.
Ooh.
It does. It does.
I wasn't
We've
thinking
talked about
that.
this. We've talked about this.
I wasn't thinking about that. I got to rearrange
No, no,
now.
no, no,
I got
no, no, no,
I didn't
no,
know
see?
Reese's cups were part of
Reese's
it.
Cup is a candy bar. It's in the candy bar realm.
Yeah, well, so are Skittles.
No, Skittles is not in the candy bar realm
What makes it a candy bar?
because it's chocolate and
So is-
you eat it like a candy bar.
A Reese's Kiss candy bar?
Reese's Kiss.
Yeah, a little kiss. Is that a little miniature candy bar?
What are you talking about? Reese's Kiss. I never heard of Reese's Kiss.
Not Reese's. Hershey's Kisses. Sorry.
Hershey's Kisses are not in the candy bar because you can't be standing there at the damn candy bar rack and buy a little thing of Reese's or Hershey's Kisses.
Right, but if you're going based on what's at the candy bar rack,
Candy bar rack. Like if you're standing at the candy bar rack, you're like, I think I want
What
to
about
get me a candy bar.
what about
And you-
Starburst?
Who?
Starburst.
No.
Oh, it's in a bar.
No, it's not. Chocolate candy bar, chocolate-ish candy bar.
Okay. I don't know, man. I don't know if I agree. I don't know if I agree Reese's Cups are candy bars because it's not a
We've
bar.
already talked about this. Candy bar. Reese's Cups is a candy bar.
It's a chocolate candy.
Reese's Cups is a candy bar, man.
I don't think it's a
It
candy
is.
bar, dude.
It is. It is.
I don't.
We've already discussed this. We've already come to the conclusion that Reese's Cups is a candy bar.
I mean, y'all weren't
It's
there with the
two
experts.
small round bars. Okay.
Nah, man, it's not a bar.
It's a candy bar.
It's not a bar. It's a cup. Reese's Pieces cup.
It's a Reese's candy bar. It's a Reese's Cup candy bar thingy.
Nah, it's called a cup, bro. Oh, whatchamacallits are good.
He
I haven't had a whatchamacallit in a while.
Reese's peanut butter cup Butterfinger. Those are good ones. Those are good ones.
Yeah,
Eddie.
but again, the peanut butter
Peanut
cup, is,
is
not
a
candy bar.
It is. It is a candy bar. It is a candy bar.
Nah,
Yes, it is.
nah, it ain't a candy bar.
You cannot kick Reese's Cups out of the candy bar family, man.
Yeah, you
No,
can
you
because it was
can't.
never in it.
It is. It is in.
No, it's not.
It is. When you go look at the candy bar rack, it's there, like right in the middle.
Oh man,
Oh, is he gonna Google?
we gonna Google it. We're gonna get.
It is in the candy bar family. It is. It is. It is. It is. It's a candy bar.
Reese's
candy bar.
Cups
It's a candy bar.
are
Reese's Cup.
candy bar.
Yes.
Let's see. Doesn't say anything there.
You're gonna get all kinds of different answers, man.
So why'd they make the Reese's bar?
There's not a Reese's bar.
Yeah, you just said
Reese's Sticks.
same thing.
No, it's not.
A Reese's stick is a bar.
It's 4 different bars.
Is a Twix a candy bar?
It is.
You know, a Twix bar and a Reese's bar are the same size.
Okay.
So how's a Twix a candy bar but not the Reese's?
Twix is a candy bar.
But you're saying the Reese's Sticks
is a
not.
candy bar. Reese's
Okay.
Sticks is a candy bar.
So then how can you have Reese's Sticks be a candy bar and the Reese's Cups?
I think you just like to argue.
I mean, there is some of that. But I'm telling you, man, Reese's Cups is not a candy bar.
Look, Eddie agrees. Reese's peanut butter cup is a bar.
Mm,
It's just a candy bar.
are
So
Reese's
would you like
Cups.
to change your
Hang on, hold up.
Mount Rushmore candy bars?
A candy bar is a type of portable candy that is in the shape of a bar.
It's a Reese's Cups is a candy bar.
Hey, this is straight from Wikipedia, bro.
You can't kick Reese's Cups out because it's not in the shape of a bar.
Yeah, you can.
So what is it considered then?
It is a chocolate candy. It's not a bar.
Dude, it's considered a candy bar.
No.
It is.
No.
It is. It is.
No.
It is.
Here, let's ask Reddit. Let's see. No, it's a cup. A D cup. Delicious. I agree.
It's a candy bar.
No. This guy says yes to them saying no.
Okay. It's not
It's
in
not
my it's not in my
bar-shaped.
Mount Rushmore.
It's the same as Valentine's chocolates. Yeah, man.
It's a bar. It's a candy
It's
bar.
not a bar.
It's a candy bar. It's
No,
not a bar.
It has to be a bar.
It's not a bar.
It has to
but
be a
it
bar.
is in the candy bar family.
No,
is.
there's no candy bar family.
There is.
Yeah,
There is.
it consists of, is it a bar or is it not a bar?
It's in the candy bar family.
It's a confection.
It's in the candy bar section.
So are Skittles.
So I'm gonna say that it's in this. Okay, when you're looking
So
at
are
candy
Starburst.
bars, no, it's not.
Starburst are right
No,
there,
they're not.
right next to the
When
candy
you're
bars.
looking at the chocolate candy bars, right? Chocolate candy bars.
Okay, what about M&Ms?
Reese's are right there.
So are M&Ms.
M&M's are not.
Yeah, they are.
They're not a candy bar.
They're right there next to it. So are Skittles.
I'm gonna put
So are
Reese's cups in there.
All the candies. You can put the Reese's
you
Cups in
call
there.
Reese's cups whatever you want to call them.
They're called cups, bro.
I'm kind of call them.
They're not called Reese's Cup bars.
They're calling. I'm gonna call them a candy bar.
I mean, you could be wrong. That's fine.
All right, mine are Reese's sticks,
Reese's Sticks.
Snickers,
Snickers. Okay. We can agree.
Hershey's with almonds,
Okay. That's classic.
Hershey's with almonds, and Kinder Bueno.
Kinder Bueno. Okay. Oh, how about the Toblerones?
Oh, those are good,
They are good.
but it's not a bar.
Why not? Why is it not a bar? Why is a Toblerone not a bar, but a
I'm
Reese's
just
Cup
arguing
is?
with you. I'm just starting an argument.
Toblerones are at least shaped in a bar. Yeah, you snap them off, sure, but I did forget about whatchamacallits. Those are good.
Yeah,
too. Whatchamacallits are good.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good, dude. I'm gonna be honest with you. I won't say I've gotten away from candy, but
I don't eat much candy.
what I'm on right now is I bought this big bag of Mamba beach sticks.
Beach sticks.
Yeah, it's just taffy.
Ah,
That's all it is. But they're rolled into like those extra long Tootsie Rolls.
yeah.
They're like that, but except it's fruit flavored taffy.
Okay.
But they're good, man. They're good. They're tasty. So Tootsie Roll, is that a bar?
No, I wouldn't call that it wouldn't even be in anybody's.
I mean, it's bar shaped, dude.
Right.
I would say a Tootsie Roll is more of a chocolate bar than a Reese's Cup.
No.
It's in the damn name.
Cup. Just stop. Done talking about this.
You didn't know what kind of can of worms you opened up.
Oh, look. He said Twix or cookies. They do have a cookie.
They have a cookie in it, but it's a bar.
Oh, it's 2 bars.
It's 2 bars.
Or is it 2 sticks?
Well, I mean, what is a wafer? Because then you got to look at Kit Kats, right? That's why I said if Kit Kat counts as a candy bar.
Of course it does.
If it counts as a candy bar, then Twix count as a candy bar.
So does Reese's.
No. Reese's Sticks. Reese's Sticks. Reese's Cups, no. Reese's Cups, no. It's a cup, man.
Fuck.
It's a cup.
I'm done. Donezo. Finished.
Getting worn out, losing.
Not losing. Not losing. Not losing.
Bro, the internet agrees.
No,
Yeah, they do.
the viewers agree with me.
The viewer.
No, we've got 3
There's-
viewers.
Yeah, but Eddie's the only one chiming in, and he's already biased to your side. So That's
Because I'm
clear.
using his koozie.
see, you bought him off. That doesn't count. That doesn't count.
Love you, Eddie.
Plus, he's saying Twix are cookies. Like, obviously, doesn't know anything about candy bars.
Oh, he does because he's Santa Claus.
Hey, Santa Claus don't give out candy bars.
Santa Claus knows a lot about candy.
He knows a lot about cookies.
Just saying.
What you leave in Santa? Cookies or candy bars?
Connie and Mike all say that they are candy bars.
Man, they're not candy bars.
Candy bar.
That's
Candy bar.
not candy bars. It's in the name. Reese's Cup. Ah, I bet
Cup bar.
I bet no. I bet they've done a release.
You fuckers. What's he say? If Tootsie Roll is a bar, so is Reese's. One is long and round, the other is short and round. Right.
No.
Do you buy one in the cookie aisle and one in the candy aisle? No, you buy them both in the
But that's-
fucking
I'm not-
candy bar section.
I'm not saying that they're not candy.
They're in the candy bar section. Like if you look at
The
candy bars,
the candy
it's right
bars-
there with the candy bars.
So
It's
are
right in the
Skittles.
middle of the candy bar.
So are
No,
M&Ms.
they're off to the side, man.
No, they
They're off to the
ain't.
side.
They're
with the
mixed
other,
in.
No, they're off to the side with the other candies.
Nah, they ain't segregated like
They're
that.
segregated with
No.
the sweet, sugary candy.
No,
They are.
all the candies together. All the candies together.
Santa knows cookies. Twix is a cookie.
Twix has cookie. in it.
Look, there's like a section, man. Candy bars. Reese's Cup is a candy bar.
I'm telling you right now, if you're going based off of where it's located, you're gonna have to start counting M&Ms because they're right there in the mix with all the candy bars.
M&M's. It's not a candy bar.
I agree, it ain't. But you're saying that Reese's Cups are candy bars
It is.
because they are with the candy bars. Like that don't make no damn sense. I'm just saying, it's in the name. It's cup. Ah, I gotta look this up now. I guarantee.
You fuckers.
Who makes Reese's Cups? Who's the manufacturer? Is that Mars?
I don't know.
Reese's peanut butter
Reese's.
cup. No, they gotta be owned by somebody. It's either Mars or the other one.
Oh.
Hershey. Yeah, the
Hershey's.
Hershey's.
Okay.
Yeah, it's either Hershey's or it's Mars.
He's bound and determined to be right. Motherfucker just likes to argue. I don't think it has anything to do.
Let's see. Hershey.
So what's a Reese's egg? Is it a bar? Is it a candy bar?
You tell me, because I'm gonna say no.
Look, that's what Connie's asking. So what's a
Right.
Reese's egg? It's an egg. Is it a bar?
No,
A candy bar?
it's an egg. It's not a candy bar.
It's a candy bar.
You're helping my case, Connie. I appreciate that.
It's an egg bar.
What about the Christmas tree?
It's a tree bar.
It's not a bar.
It is a bar.
It's a tree.
It's a candy bar tree.
Nah.
It's a candy bar egg. It's a candy bar egg.
It's a candy bar egg.
candy bar tree. Egg.
Let's see. Hershey's statement on Reese's candy bars. Let's see what they say.
Uh-oh.
Let's see. They say it's a strong and iconic brand. The Take 5
That's a candy bar.
brand. Take 5, I'll give you that. That's a candy bar. The Take 5's a candy bar. The Reese's Cups or not?
No, it doesn't say that.
Let's see.
God, why are we sitting here like this,
I'm telling you, man.
arguing about this?
They are not candy bars.
Why does this get so much fucking?
This is what gets the views, man.
Yes.
The candy bars. You gotta start talking about actually stuff that people are interested in.
in.
Man, what the hell does AI know about? They can't even eat candy. He created them in the basement of his Hershey's home. Outrageous new product. See, nowhere do they talk about it being a bar. See, they say Hershey's milk chocolate bar, Reese's peanut butter cup. Hey, man. Hey, Jeff, you gonna take a swig out of that cup over there, or you gonna call that a bar?
What?
You got your bar over there with the straw sticking out of it.
What about it?
That's your bar? Ask ChatGPT.
You got ChatGPT?
I'll get it real quick.
Because they won't let me do voice because I'm not signed into it.
What'd you do, Chat? What do you need voice for?
I mean, I really don't.
No.
I just don't feel like typing.
Oh my god. Oops. I don't want to create. Damn it. Okay. Is Reese's peanut butter I'm missing that. Peanut butter cups a candy bar? Here, I'll let you look at the question and the prompt so you can agree.
Okay.
What's up,
I think
Connie?
Connie already did it. He asked, look up.
Technically, they aren't technically a candy bar, but are considered a candy. Candy bar usually refers to a bar-shaped confection, often made with chocolate, caramel, nougat, or similar ingredients, like a Snickers or Milky Way. Milky Ways are pretty good too. They're tasty. They are more accurately categorized as chocolate candy or chocolate confectionery.
I don't give a fuck what you say, man. I'm calling.
Man, come on now, dude. You're like, oh, ChatGPT.
Connie.
Thank you, Connie. I appreciate you.
Damn it. We had it going, man.
No, you didn't. You knew you were wrong. You knew you were wrong. You were trying to die on a hill.
Stop it.
Damn it. Hell, even an artificial intelligence has never even
I ain't
tasted,
listening to that shit.
never even tasted chocolate. It's like,
that shit.
they're like, nah, bruh.
Even you said
It's in the damn name.
even
Don't
said,
you know
hey,
English?
I ain't even ever ate no candy bar. What
No.
you don't know? Now you saying, yeah, look what it says. It's right.
No, I'm going off of Connie agreeing. But I'm saying even that recognizes is candy bar has to be bar shaped. A candy that is bar shaped, bro.
I don't agree.
What's this about candy eggs?
Ask if an egg is an egg or a candy bar.
It's an egg. You don't say the same thing. It's an egg. ChatGPT.
Is a Reese's egg a candy bar?
Reese's egg, a candy bar? No. It's a seasonal candy made by Reese's shaped like an egg. Dude, this is stuff I can ask my 6-year-old. Come on.
Done. I'm done with y'all. Done with y'all.
Oh, I'm sorry your childhood's ruined.
Not ruined.
Yes, no one said it wasn't candy.
It is the best Reese's though. The Reese's egg. It's the
Oh,
best
yeah.
Reese's.
Yeah, I don't know
Period.
how they like.
I mean,
I don't know
they
why
should
they
just
don't. It's
sell those all the time.
it's the combination of the chocolate and peanut butter.
It is perfect.
It's the
combination.
perfect combination.
It is. In a Reese's cup, there's too much chocolate.
You think so?
I do.
Have you tried the big cups?
it's still like too much peanut butter.
Right? They didn't get it
Yeah,
right.
they
It's
didn't
the
get it
egg.
right. It's
The
the
egg is
egg. The
perfect.
Reese's egg is like the perfect.
The Christmas tree
It's the same.
is real close too.
Yeah, and the pumpkins.
The pumpkins, that's an egg. Like, come on.
It is. It's
Yeah, it's the same thing. They probably use the same mold.
Probably. What did she say about candy cigarettes? Is candy cigarette a cigarette or is it candy? It's candy.
It's candy. It's straight sugar. But a candy cigarette is more of a bar
They call it candy.
than a Reese's cup.
It's not.
It's more of a bar, man, than a Reese's cup.
They call them
Just
candy
like-
sticks now. They don't call them candy cigarettes.
Well, yeah, you gotta get rid of all the relation to.
Shit, when we were coming up, they used to make gum that had like this paper on the outside of it with like this damn like dust inside. You could like blow like the dust out of it like a cigarette. Like you blew it out and it looked like smoke coming out of the end.
Yeah.
And it was in like a cigarette pack.
Oh yeah, smoking was cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then everybody was like, "Oh shit, it's killing people."
Eddie said he likes the big cups.
Yeah.
I know he does. He likes triple D's. He likes triple D's.
Yeah, that's probably a bucket list item. That's the way I want to die. Smothered to death by
Triple
Either.
D's.
not triple D's, but just
Double D's.
boobs, or puss.
Just
Just smothered to death.
smothered to death.
Smothered to death. Just I think that's gonna be the best way to die.
I just die.
It's just that's a hell of a way to die. You know what I mean? They're gonna write stories about that. How'd he die? Doing what he loves.
He was smothered to death by a coochie.
Coochie kills.
That's it. All right, fuckers. We're out of here.
Yeah, we gotta get going,
I
man.
gotta go out to eat. I gotta take my
Yeah.
my baby out to eat.
Thanks for the heated discussion around candy bars. We spent an hour talking about bullshit. Then we got to the candy, and that's
That
what
was great.
that was it.
That was it. We should talk about candy bars the whole
I,
day.
I won't be here next week. I'm gonna be out in Texas.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. So, you're gonna have to play with yourself.
Oh no.
Peace. Bye.
Oh boy.
What she sent me.
Oh shit. I didn't stream. We're still on.
I guess it's a good thing we didn't say nothing stupid, huh? Yeah. In the stream, dude.